Welcome back to Arcade Spirits. Got off on the right foot with some of my coworkers and the wrong foot with others. A mixed bag, let's say, but not awful. I need to make sure I get along with these people. They're going to be a part of my life, one way or another. And if Francine's willing to pink slip her grandson, well, I'm expendable. I should be careful. Hang on, no time for daydream. I think I spot, let's see, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them. What should I tackle first? Great customer. My meat floor attendant senses detect danger from left-hand side of the arcade. Quickly rush all 30 feet to the scene of the crime already in progress. Come on. Hurry the fuck up and finish your game. You, do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm our floor attendant. Well, stop attending to the carpets and attend to me. I want this bitch to... Oh, you can't see his face again, damn it. Look how angry he is. I could just smooch him. There we go. Stop attending to the carpets and attend to me. I want this bitch to wrap up his damn game so I can play. Actually, his face is obscured beneath her costume's mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick this fat piece of shit off this game and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Figuring I ought to hear the fat piece of shit side of the story before rushing to a judgment. No, I would kick him the fuck out. Tap the player on the shoulder. And he doesn't even seem to notice my tapping. So I tap again, twice. Sir, there are other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's magic maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up at the game's marquee. Thank you, Naomi, which simply reads Moopy. You know the game's full name? Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff? Yeah. Bet Tersa has his laser focused on the game, and I can see why. He's currently sitting on 700,000, 14,900,000 points. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Whereas this other guy would probably put it. Holy shit, that's a bitch of a high score. Excuse me. Right, sir, can you please wrap up your game? Nope. Keeping a good place here. Plenty of livestock, on par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Somehow the thick arcade dragon sounds classier when draped in his British accent. Like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. Finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. First I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he lets stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Will this cover it? For a moment, I flash back to that movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife and they roll around in bed covered in money and cover what exactly? The cost of the game. The game itself. I've never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s. Dude's rolling in Benjamins. One moment, please. On it. Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers I key in. Customer wants to buy Moopy for $3K. What do? Less than a minute, I have my response. Considering we paid $200 for it? Yes. Well, okay then. Although how am I going to react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit? It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of a grasp on the real costs of old arcade machines. I knew all this workplace drama was going to catch up with me at some moment, but with this brand new breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. I'm not sure if we should sell this game. Oh man, I don't know about this. My semi-boss is cool with it, but there's a lot of factors in play. I don't think I should just let you walk with the thing. feel a bit wishy-washy about the whole mess, not wanting to get on Naomi or Gavin's bad sides. But the player simply smiles. Well, we can't have a mess, can we? Wouldn't be sporting. Let's compromise. I'll buy the game so I can play it whenever I want for as long as I want, provided nobody's already playing. Of course. In return, you can keep Mr. Moopy here where he belongs. We won't want Naomi to cry, would we? Wouldn't be proper. With it... How does he know who Naomi is? With his mind made up, man presses the $3 grand into my waiting hand, satisfied with the negotiations, which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had been kinda ignoring he exists. What the fuck, man? What kind of arcade is this? Fuck this, I'm going to Deco's Palace. And we just lost a customer, stomping his way out the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a rando out into the cold.
What a disagreeable fellow.
What a fucking accent. As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing, eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing mazes. With the crisis behind us, we can focus on who this Gonzo rich guy actually is. I'm taking that hot dad bod. No, not really. Splashing around the cash, aren't we, Mr. Moneybags? And I'm expecting him to be wearing a top hat and monocle, always pass and go and collecting $200 or scooping up Broadway in Park Place. Given his accent, probably collecting 200 pounds and scooping up Park Lane in Mayfair. Sure, he let us keep Mr. Moopy, but buying exclusive access? That's a bit weird, isn't it? He's definitely a bit older than me, definitely a little heavier. A bit heavier, and yeah, not a great first impression, sorry. So, you know Naomi? He's happy to talk, even while playing.
Of course. I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy.
Of course his name's Percy.
I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant? I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
That's me, Arcader Wrangler.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
So you've seriously just been playing Moopy all day, huh?
What can I say? It's my calling. I actually owned a Moopy cabinet once. Had it in my flat, but playing it by myself.
I need
all
the
alone
atmosphere.
is not the same. I need the atmosphere.
I need the atmosphere. The beeps and boops.
No, those you eventually learn to filter out. I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real-world conditions. It's all about the emotions. The laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition.
He's wearing a little shirt that has the wizard on it from the game.
I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest.
Naomi gets that. She keeps Moopy in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. He's only 720,000 into his game. Hours and hours. Can't imagine him being in anything but top health condition to try this. Guy's gotta have legs made of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. I just let a few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to his game, but burning questions, they burn like fire. I don't want to ask any of these questions. Your score is more important than your bank balance? The way you just decided by Moopy, I mean?
Right.
Yes. Except eating and paying rent. More important than anything. A few hours of the day trading after I go... Oh, a few hours of day trading after I go home keeps the bank balance in balance. Anyone can do it if they have the head for the numbers. I want to move my webcam over a little bit. There we go. Points to the current score at the top of Moopy's screen. If I'm going to define myself by number, this is the one I choose. I don't feel people are defined. So the world records on their machine. Okay. Don't feel, unless it's connected to the internet to get, but then someone probably would have hacked it, so really, how's this considered the world record? I don't feel people are defined by their work. Another arcade is home to those who've made their passion into their work, but it's the passion that matters more. I have my passions, the same as anyone. I look forward to learning yours as well. I'm not deep in the middle of the game, I mean. It's getting more and more distracted by the game. I shouldn't even be. I have to do a thing about a thing. Good seeing you, Mixcater. I think I pronounced that right. Another weird encounter and a string of weird encounters. What a weirdo. Is he rich? Is he a creep? Or is he a rich creep with a heart of gold? There's more going on here than I initially thought. I should be careful about not letting first impressions be lasting ones. Let's see what to handle next. Someone cursing up a storm at Fist of Discomfort. Remember Iris telling me about it earlier today while I was bored to death at the ticket? Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. One year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal Oopsies and came back to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home a record $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas to finally top. It's League of Legends. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves it's League of Legends. Using special abilities, purchase items, and ninja summons. FOD is the sheer elegance in its simplicity. And the way the different game systems are weaved to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. So summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. It's like boiling down a rich game of action and strategy, playing the world over by top gamers in such ways a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now all I care about is dealing with the loudmouth currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. That's how volume works. Most of the words are that. Oh no, she's hot. What the actual fuck was that? No, those are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be fucking me. You've got to be shitting me. There's no fucking way that is even possible. Those hitboxes don't even fucking connect. Fuck this game, fuck it all night long. Haha, get wrecked. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I saved up a little something extra for you. I'm baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for hard. Oh hey, don't forget to mention that I bought an extra ultimate technique scroll for my dojo. Whoops, my B. Wait, while you haven't been farming, how could XP share technique with creep waves? Take this. 5-fold fucking explosive death claw technique. What? How did you defeat me? No!
Oh, GG. No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
I love her. My dry eyes painfully blinking makes me realize I've just been standing here watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% what just happened, but that didn't matter. It was completely sucked in. Couldn't tear my eyes away. It's like watching the train wreck. Like, I mean, if the train was the arcade game and the wreck was that guy's face.
Hey, kid. What are you staring at? Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
Oh, So Ari knows, esports teams, which is a little weird considering they didn't even know of the game. I need to trim a nail. A little hangnail. Hold on. There we go. And she's the most horrific person I've met all day. Not saying a lot considering who I've run into so far. She'd be fun to hang around, no doubt. With that level of excitement always gushing out, I can only imagine how much enjoyment she gets out of life. What can I say? People love winning, and it seems like she wins a lot, at least between bursts of, what did Iris call it? Saltiness?
Hey, don't just stand there all weird and quiet-like. It's creepy.
She snaps her fingers to grab my attention.
So, are you gonna quarter up or not? Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
I know I couldn't best a scrub, but I'm definitely not a professionally competitive player of this game. Nope. No thank you. Plus I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You work here?
I enforce arcade law within this noble fun place. You bet. In fact, I was just hired earlier. I'm your new floor attendant. If this game meets your quarter, come to me. Wait, you're serious? Okay then, welcome aboard this runaway
Hey,
train.
they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
She wants me to introduce myself. I'm Ari. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery when name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Nah, Gavin's just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Just make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks. No problem. We gamers gotta stick together.
I'm Queen Bee, by the way. Agro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
I understood 2 of those words. I figure that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee."
Hey, I do not sound like that.
Yes, you do.
Well, maybe a little.
Anyways, I'm one of the regulars around here, but besides Peer and Teo, so you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than the last guy. Oh great, now she's even making my job a competition. Hope there is an betting pool too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my mini streams on the internet, right? No. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Whoa.
Where have you been the last decade? Consider small yet formidable Parma Rock? Then yes. Oh, you sweet child. You're so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you to the path of the darkness that is the internet. Sure, I'd like to learn more. Well, yeah, it's part of my job. Lead me. Lead me farther into the dark abyss, my mistress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can't just plug one of these cabs into the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. So that webcam there broadcasts to my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. Costs a bit. Where does she have it pointed at the... What would she have streaming the game? The webcam implies it's her face. Costs a bit to put everything all together, but it takes half an hour to rig up and test each morning. But after doing this for a couple years, it's easy peasy. Aside from that, I'm grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras, damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. There's so much to miss out on sitting by your lonesome with the console version of FOD. The crowd, so wicked trash talk the community. But wait, are you broadcasting live right now? Are we live right now?
No way.
No, this was a warm-up. I've got a pretty big tourney coming up, so I try to get as much practice in as possible, even if it is with a bunch of fodder. As in fodder, as in, you know, chum, lunch meat, scrubs, losers. I got the idea, yeah. My crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, it will be for a split second, I thought that was hooked up to my clock, which it says it's 3:32, but the game says it's 2:25, but I am in the Eastern time zone. Beep beep.
What the?
I gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Okay, can you not swear as much? Got kids around here and I don't want to get in trouble with Gavin. Okay, sure. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick. Later. With a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her fist of discomfort game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig, and the shouting and louder swearing start up again. Probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Passion seems to run deep in this arcade. Everyone's spirit burning with passion for various things, but hey, passion's passion. She seems to like me, which will make my job easier in the long run. There's a huge FOD community in this arcade despite being a tiny strip mall joint. Good to know. Let's see what to handle next. Loud crowd around Showtime stage. In the distance, I see a number of my shift gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was complete in utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come towards the arcade, but that's quite the crowd that's assembling. Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was. Rowdier, too. This has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, I have an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. It's an auditory flashback right to 1980X. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. Pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage cheering on the current player. I bet it's Tio. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a bigger amount of space to actually play. Showtime Stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses motion track. It's Let's Dance. It uses its motion tracking sensors hidden in the colored spotlights to check dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Ari? I've had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. I love them. Did you see that, Tio? I got my first AA on top of the beat. Stop the beat.
Hell yeah!
Oh, I like her better. Oh, yeah, I did. You're doing great. Remember last month you couldn't even pass that song? Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing and one day maybe even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. When you do, you can be the one who brings in new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements from Showtime Stage. I feel my head bopping and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song. Can you blame me? I'm getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
Care to dance? Sure. Back when I was stomping around on the dance pad games as a kid, they had arrows. I'm not even sure I know how to play this one, but it's got my curiosity. From the previously observed conversation, this guy seems to know the ins and outs of this weird dancing games and is keen to teach. Before I commit to getting down with my bad self, I think I should know a little more about exactly what that entails. Plus, I'm used to playing this game so less of some chance of some stomping on someone's foot that way. It is a valid point. However, how could I resist to ask a person such as yourself? Caught my eye the moment you walked over.
Hey, wait. You're
Hey.
new here, right?
Oh, and that one has voice acting. Yes, very.
Name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Teo. Teo's the best, greatest guy here. He's sort of our leader, yeah?
Oh, please, I'm nothing really.
Look at those arms, though. Ooh. He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you. I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close. I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang. So, what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
Politely declined. I'll give it a try eventually after I sort out the basic steps. Maybe you can teach me how this thing works. I would enjoy that. I've taught many lead-footed newbies to become master movers and shakers. No time for lessons, unfortunately. I'm on the clock right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Ari. Really, but I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He's actually pretty good at Showtime Stage now that I think about it. He's out. I'm in. It's currently year 0 of the floor attendant Ari regime.
Hello there.
Hello there. Well, it's an honor to meet you, Ari. If we get to know each other well. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime Stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. I let everyone else play at our meetup. Go around and make sure everyone is happy and having a blast. What about you and your feelings? He shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it. We need to hey, want to film a workplace safety video? Good, we can start by getting to know workplace safety together. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you gotta break up the band unless you want to film one of those retro 1960X public service announcement videos where someone loses a leg dancing off the stage and into the crowd. Oh, yeah. Guess we're kind of overdoing it a little. Shaking hands with danger. Hey, when the heat is on and the lights are shining, these things happen. I'll take care of it. Luckily, the song that was being played just finished. Teo jumps up on the stage and cups his hand over his mouth. Hey, listen. We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. I like my spot. Hey, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. It's Ari's first date, so let's show them some respect. Everyone glares at me. Now I'm the party pooper. That's nice. That's great. Well, I guess I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. Like that one time I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandage floating in the water. No one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Ari's just doing their job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself in a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game, Teo jumps on and comes back to me. Better? I'm not. I'm impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. Then listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually much better.
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
As long as that dancing is within the law, carry on. Officer Ari has spoken. Start to walk away, ready for my next adventure when I remember something I should do. I turn back to Teo. Hey, thanks.
No problem.
Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make a new friend. So that's pretty good for my first day. Even Gatham's gotta be impressed, right? With that business sorted out, it's time to leave Showtime stage. The arcade is now at peace. My work here is done. Well, actually, we're a few hours from closing time, so my work here isn't quite done, but you know. I'm so at peace. In fact, I don't even notice the other boss of the arcade sliding up on behind me with his meaty arms.
Good day.
Not a bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been, and they've been texting me. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat app going. I've got a crappy phone plan. My texts aren't free. What kind of crappy phone plan do you have in the 23rd century? Valid, you know what I mean. Valid point. I'll look into that.
Impressive.
I'm impressed with how you handle yourself. I think you're going to work out just fine. Anyways, I've prepared your paperwork. If you'd like to go, send to make this working relationship a bit more above board.
Yeah.
So you're staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't fired them yet, right? An horrible nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering. Ari's off to a great start. Here's your first day, followed by many more. Don't you two have jobs to attend to? Just sorted a replacement power supply for Robotron. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids are around for me to entertain. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job has been a mile a minute since I got here. This is my dream job. I told Francine I was looking for help. I've been so used to life dumping all over me that I've come to expect the worst generally. And yet, I can't say the Funplex has dumped on me. It's been hectic at times, a little too much, but not really in a bad way. I'm starting to get along with my coworkers. I'm helping people with their problems. Maybe I'm finding the help I was looking for after all. And that's the end of the game. No, I'm just playing. I've only got a few hours till closing it, so it's nice and quiet. How about we game a bit? Speak for yourself. I've got paperwork to handle. Oh, come on, don't act like you don't game. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secret. What, Naomi? You sneak in early each morning to play pinball. You're a pinball wizard. Well, what of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball is the very expression of that art form. It's not. You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball tourney. The girls are giggling and I find myself smiling right in the time. Well, no, not a bad way to end my first day. The first day has ended.
By the way, I've booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
I guess it hasn't.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumb forgot.
A birthday party. How old are the kids, may I ask? It's her fifth birthday. Oh, to be young again. 5-year-olds. Naomi starts pulling at her ears. Hair, eyes wide and trembling, throwing ski balls over her hand into the glass. Jumping up and down on pinball machines, putting chewing gum into coin slots. Pulling at my costume, tearing off pieces of it. Naomi. Ashley. Keep it together. We've survived kids' birthday parties before. Doom, the end is nigh.
Well, I'd hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap anyway. Have fun, dears.
Battle stations. I'll take ticket guest. Ashley, greet the kids. Naomi, watch for hardware damage. Ari, roaming duty. Look for trouble to when you can prepare yourselves. They're coming. Like an oncoming tidal wave, the rumble is felt before it's seen. Parents pulling into the parking lot, minivans gorging kindergartners, and suddenly... explosion of small humans rushes the door, bursting into the arcade before scattering every which way. From before any of them get tokens, they're grabbing at joysticks, smashing buttons, eager to get their game on, or even just pretend to be playing. The crew assumes battle stations. Naomi brags fragile pinball machines. Ashley near the door, trying to distract the incoming kids to greet them. Gavin, armed with pre-stacked $10 rolls of tokens, quickly exchanges them with the adults beats waiting at line at change machines. As for the pro gamers, well, Queen Bee and Teo's friends bolt for the exit, being keen on getting out ahead of the surge kitties like this. That's all very well and good, but I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be. Roaming duty, Gavin said. Look for trouble, Gavin said. I mean, I've seen that before, but now the chaos has multiplied. For a few minutes, I'm like a pinball being bounced around, or like that frog trying to cross the highway of traffic. Eventually, I spot 3 possible problems on the rise. Dari, professional floor attendant, is ready to attend to them. Which one of these should I tackle first, though? I may not be able to deal with them in time. So now it's asking which one I want to fuck. 2 kids fighting over a box of cupcakes near the girls. I can smell disaster on the wind, and it smells sweet. Listen, I can smell the box of birthday cupcakes one of the parents left near the ticket guest, with kids swarming around it, scavenging for their favorite icing colors. First manager shouts, merely offended that someone thought one of those icing blobbed cupcakes was superior to an actual birthday cake. But there are clearly larger issues at stake than that. Just imagine getting icing all over the pinball machine. Oh my god.
I want a chocolate. Don't take all the chocolates.
I want 2 cupcakes. Give me 2 cupcakes.
No fair. Everybody gets one, and mine's gotta be chocolates.
Of course the kid at the front grabs the last one. Clearly they didn't prepare.
Finders keepers, losers weepers.
When the first cupcake is thrown, nobody's there to stop it.
Stop it, stop it.
I want chocolate.
Oh god. Act fast, Ari. Try to save them both. Quickly, I hurl myself into the action. Get down. Oh, yuck. My clothes are totally ruined. But alas, my noble self-sacrifice could not completely protect them. Naomi just gets the idea and shields the game with her body. A few stray cupcakes I missed me hit her, but otherwise no damage done. Ashley takes a few shots, unfortunately, but it could have been worse. Parents swarmed around up the cupcake war instigators, and Naomi and Ashley kneel down to check on my fallen form. Ari, are you okay?
Oh my.
Could be paralyzed from the neck down. Ari, blink once if you're paralyzed. Blink twice if not. If I'm not paralyzed... Oh, hey, or you could talk. That works too. Naomi helps me to my feet, although I have to be careful not to mingle my icing with her icing in the process.
Ugh.
These like these, I'm glad I wear it. Ew, cupcakes are food, not fashion.
Poops.
Colored icing is just the worst. I think I can get these 2 out with some club soda, fortunately. Guess they got all of us, huh? Barry, worst of all. You know, that was super selfless of you trying to save us from the splatters. Speaking as a floor attendant, you score a silver medal. So they're all covered in cupcakes. Might know me, your cupcake can stop me. I am hardened and stone defender of this. I fear no confectioner. Bring down and break your desserts upon my body, and it's just stand guard forevermore. Hey, that could be a good team building exercise for the staff. Oh, please, no, I hate gross stuff. It's just cupcakes. Cupcakes are great to eat, yes, not to play with. Anyways, thanks, Ari. That was a complete mess, but I guess it could have been more of a complete mess if you hadn't done that. I would better get back to fixing this joystick. You should clean up and get back to it. Also, the party's still going. Good luck. Yeah, good luck and hey, good work. If you excuse me, I need to go clean up poor Pinky a little bit. Could have been better, could have been worse. More importantly, I kept their spirits up. Even Ashley, who has to clean icing out of her fuzzy felt, came out of it cheerful. I'm wearing shorts. Don't worry, I have pants on. Oh, damn it. This is not what I wanted. Wow. Okay, so far I'm hitting it off with Ashley the most. With a brief nod from Gavin, I snatched one of the official Funplex t-shirts to replace my cupcake top. After a few minutes in the bathroom to change and wipe icing off my pants, I'm ready to go again. Right, that's sorted out, but the other two situations are about to spin out of control. I've only got time to deal with one of them. Which one? Which one indeed? Percy and Gavin? Which one's Gavin again? Oh, Gavin, yeah, Gavin's one of the other employees, right? I was thinking he's one of the, angry adults shouting at a kid, yeah. Sounds of hardship called to me from the Fast Cars 5 racing games. Shouting adults and crying children are never particularly good signs, and I hope that I can take this on. I shake the discomfort off. Now is not the time to doubt myself. I need to find out what's going on instead. As I get closer to the revvings of engines and the clacking of shifting gears, I see a grown woman berate a cowering boy.
I did it!
Admit it. I know what you did, you brat. We'll kick her out. You manipulated my precious son to put his tokens in your game. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm sorry. Children like you are the absolute worst. Garbage. Get the fuck out. Ma'am, keep your voice down. There's no need to shout. As a child, no less. What's going on here? This jerk of a boy told my sweetest, beyond sweet, Josh that he should put his own tokens in the racing machine so he could play it for free. Josh earned those tokens from his own lands, and I won't let some devil child steal his money. Let's just take a moment to calm down, okay? Queen Bee and Teo are just like, oh my god. I might have some insight. Okay, it's time to duel. Fast car racing games in the darkest corner of the Funplex. Approximately 6 p.m. Theft via exhortation. Accused, crying boy. Facts. Tricked your son. Delve a little deeper. Ma'am, I'm with arcade staff and I'm here to help. I know you're upset right now, but if you please stop shouting, I'm sure we can get this all settled. She calms down enough for me to ask a question. Have you actually asked the boy his side of the story? Why would I ever do that? He's obviously a thief. And a liar. Probably. Sweet silence? Gone. The boy appears as if he's about to burst into tears again. There's no way to make this lady see reason unless I do something. Talk calmly. Time to use a true and tried tactic among all detectives. Reverse psychology. Since she's shouting, I need to speak softly to talk her down. It'll force her to stop and think so she can actually hear me. I continue speaking in a hushed tone. It's only fair to hear the boy said. This could all just be a misunderstanding. Please? Oh, the please. Oh, you fucked it up, sir. Sim. I crouched down next to... Taking advantage of the moment, I crouched down to the crying boy and tried to console him. Hello there, little man. I know this is very tough for you, but can you tell me what happened?
I did it!
I swear I didn't do anything. The other kitty just came up out of nowhere and dropped his token in my slot. After I lost, I got off the game and offered it to him. He just ran away. That explains it. I turned back to the lady. See, it was all just a mistake. The boy's claiming my Josh is a liar. Unacceptable. He could be making it all up just to protect himself. You have no proof. As much as I believe the crying boy, she does have a point. I don't have any proof, and that's the one thing I need to finally put this to bed. Security footage. I do not accept. You're taking this thief's side. Josh is a good boy and doesn't deserve to be treated this way. Josh, get over here. We're leaving this horrible arcade right now. Didn't see that one coming. The woman scoops up her child and storms out the front door. We don't need her anyway. Don't think we'll see her or her son anymore, and frankly, I'm okay with that. It's just me and the boy now, invisibly he's still shaken up from the horrible idea. How are you doing? I think I'm okay. The boy nods, wiping his snotty nose on his sleeve. Ew. Sorry this whole thing happened to you, but if it's any consolation, the bad lady is gone and I don't think she's going to ever come back. The boy's cheeks still streaked with tears as a smile spreads on his face. Thank you. The boy scurries off and rejoins with his other friends. Case closed. 2 problems in the can. Now to deal with that crying kid by the ski ball. She's gone. Well, crap. Piercy looks up from clearing level 70 of Loopy, looking for that girl. I think her parents took her home. Party turned sour for her, I suppose. Drat, I wasn't fast enough. Can't be everywhere at once, Ari. Cheer up, love. You're still doing better than the last guy who stood at your post. Seconded. I saw you deal with that obnoxious parent and with the cupcake war. You did well today. And seeing Gavin actually smiling is weird, but I'm not going to say no to praise for my sub-boss. Things seem to be cooling down. I suggest you take a few minutes in the break room while there is a lull in the action. Ashley and I will handle things for now, and she can swap off when you come back. Percy ducks out of the conversation without actually moving anywhere, refocusing on his game. I could use a few minutes, yeah? Thanks, Gavin. I'll be right back. What a day. Quirky coworkers, diehard pro gamers, volatile kids getting into volatile situations. I'd say it's a recipe for wackiness or some cliche. Nothing's an easily dismissed cliche when it's happening to you directly. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I dropped down into one of the cheap metal chairs in the employee break room, groaning and rolling my head back, trying to work out the kinks of my sore shoulders and spot an upside down kid. Huh. Oh wait, I'm the one leaning backwards. I sit up and turn around instead. Better. Wait, what's the kid doing back here? Hey, hi, and you are? Mikey. Okay, that's a start. Hi, Mikey, my name's Aries. So what are you doing back here? This is an employees only area. Wait, there's the keypad. How'd you get in? The guy at the desk dropped this. It's a smart kid. Okay, but you can't stay back here. Well, I don't see any knives or stabbing implements left on out. So I guess it's technically
Please
safe,
don't
but...
send me back out there.
Oh, why?
No problems. Just don't want to go out there.
Don't you want to play with your friends? It gives me the most cynical, bitter laugh I've ever heard out of a kindergartner.
I don't got any friends. I don't know anybody here. My family just moved to the city, and before that, we
You're
lived in
my
another
child
city.
now.
And one more for that, but I was too little to remember. Mom told me to come to the party anyway, and I didn't want to, but she took me anyway. And then she left because she's got to work.
New kid in town, huh? He nods mutely. So I should have busted him there and then brought him back out to the party where the other parents could supervise him. I should have told Gavin. I should have enforced the rules of the arcade. Okay, kid, I won't tell on you. If you want to stay back here for the rest of the party, I'll keep you company. Thanks. You really won't tell my mom? Nope. Well, I thought you'd want to make me go. You're an adult like mom. Hey, I wasn't always an adult. I was a kid once. The new kid in town, in fact. You were the new kid? You know, though, for me, that started happening back when I was 10. Again and again, moving from town to town, school to school, never really making any friends, not for years. Mom and Dad... Just tell your whole entire life story to a kindergartner, dude. Mom and Dad kept losing jobs and taking new ones, worse ones. They'd be working all day long, too tired when they came home to do much of anything. After years and years of this, I stopped hoping things would get better. I decided I'd just take what I could get. I'd go with the flow. What does that mean? It means you don't care. Some things are good, some things are bad, but you don't care. You just do what you have to do without really being
But
sad
that
over it.
sounds so sad. You weren't sad?
Sad?
It's sad to never care about anything, right?
I guess I was sad. I just told myself I wasn't going to be sad even though I really was. Then I bite my tongue hard because my little involuntary trip down memory lane was not helping this kid out. Wouldn't have helped little Ari out if an adult did this for me. So instead I decided to be the adult that little Ari would have needed. Your mommy loves you. That's why she works hard. You know, your mommy loves you, Mikey. She loves you very, very much. When I was a kid, well, last met her, my parents were moving all the time, taking different jobs, made things very hard for me. But now that I'm older, I know they were working hard because they loved me. They wanted the best for me and were doing their best to get it. Life can be hard. Sometimes it's just no fun, but there's one thing that's always there. Love. They love you. Shoots me a doubting look. One of those little doubting where they don't want to outright call something a lie, but can't quite swallow it. Mikey, if your mom was sad, what would you do to make her happy? I mean, if you had to go to school an extra 2 hours a day, would you do it? I guess. That's what she's doing. She's working very hard because she wants to make you happy. I'm not happy being alone or moving all the time. Neither is she, but she knows if she works hard one day, you won't be alone. You won't be moving all the time. I was a new kid, remember? But now I have a home with my best friend and I have a good job. I work in an arcade. How cool is that? Well, saying, see, my parents were often sad, and I was often sad, but we pulled through, and so will you. This game is fucking sad. Just remember, she loves you, and you love her. That'll get you through the sad times. Huh. It's not a great answer, and doesn't solve the problem, but it does make things a little easier on Mikey. From his loans, I can feel him releasing his sadness before offering a little smile. Not a big, goofy grin, not the high of happiness, just simple understanding. I love Mommy. It's sad a lot, but I know it's not always sad. Even if she left me here, I know she's coming back. Hey, you know what? You've still got time to enjoy the party, even if you don't want to talk to the other kids. There's a ton of games you can play. Hey, maybe you'll get to know someone while playing a game. Arcades are great for that. I'm sure a lot of them have sad times too, and they could use someone to play with, someone who understands.
Thank you.
Okay, I want to play the skee ball games. I'll supply you a few tokens. Let's get you rolling. Alright, take them out there. And off he goes. I don't know if I've solved the issue, but it felt good. 15 years ago, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. No more family vacations, no more arcade visits, we couldn't afford them, and they couldn't take time off work. The whole Cater... I forgot their name was Arcade. The whole Cater family had to learn to settle, to accept the life we'd been dealt. To simply go with the flow, never hoping, never wanting. Juniper did her best to pull me out of that mire. I'd only known her a few years, one of the few stable times in my life, but she knew the edge I'd been pushed to. Now, here I am. The day has been well bonkers. Alternately boring and hectic, surreal and way too real. I can honestly say I'm more alive today than I have been in a very, very long time. Beep beep. Beep beep, Barry. Emotional voice analysis subroutines combined with your body languages suggests you're very happy right now. Yeah, I guess I am. How did you know? I just told you, silly. I mean, how did you know I love this job so much?
Oh, I know.
Oh, that's easy. I didn't. I lied. I was 47% sure. Oh, it has elements that seem to click with your optimal social requirements, a fun atmosphere, spirited co-workers, helping people out, and so on. Also, I cross-referenced your roommate's postings talking about how much you enjoyed arcade visits when you were a kid. Still, 47%.
99.97%.
But I was 99.97% sure that if I said I was 99.97% sure, you'd be willing to give it a try. Another thing to thank Juniper for, I guess. You're a very weird little app, you know?
Hooray!
I try to be. I think, god damn it. Okay, we'll finish this part, and then I will call it into the episode. From the cars pulling up in the parking lot, it looks like the party's over. It's just about closing time for the arcade anyway. Most of the gamers have filed out by now, but had already fled the tidal waves of kiddies. My first impulse is to go back gabbing about my paperwork, but man, I can wait. I'd rather go help someone with the tidying up, or maybe see how our VIP gamers are doing. Not enough time to run around checking in with everyone though. Who do I want to hang out with? Naomi, cause I love her. Naomi's definitely looks like she could use a hand. Someone jammed bright pink bubblegum into a coin slot and she's trying to clear the sticky mess out. How could they? How could they do this to a poor innocent little Cubert? Trademark. Hey, need a hand? Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I'll work on the second player slot for you. I've got swabs and stuff for my kids. Here, grab what you need.
Oh, frustrating.
Honestly, the nerve of these kids. No respect at all for these games. Games aren't like chew-proof machine washable baby toys. They're delicate and deserve love and care. But they are toys, right? Well, yeah, I mean, of course, just so you know, they're also works of art. I know not everybody sees it that way. Back in the 80s, operators would just throw away games that didn't perform well anymore. In the end, an arcade has to make money. That means using and abusing a game until it's time to put it out to pasture. But I don't have to like it, right? The kids had a lot of fun. They're not all mean. Nothing justifies deliberately trashing a game like this. But if it helps, the party was a success. Everyone had fun playing your wonderful game. So every kid who hurt you know a dozen more would thank you if they knew you were providing these great games, making sure they stayed playable. Yeah, you're right. Kids aren't all bad, of course. I'm not really good with kids, not like Ashley, but if they learn to love games when they're young, they'll love them all their life, right? But I do have to be realistic. I know this isn't a museum. We aren't preserving priceless treasures for generations to come. Sometimes I treat it like my little private collection, but really, I do want people to play and enjoy these games, and that does wear them down in time. As long as I'm here, I'll pick up a game when it wobbles on its feet, dust it off, straighten it up, and send it out there to be played with all over again. With the last of the gum pulled out of the slot, Naomi closes up her toolbox. I should probably pull the coin mechs entirely and give them a good cleaning tomorrow, but I don't want to let the gum sit overly. I'm heading home soon. I'll see you tomorrow, right? You got it, Naomi. Great. And she gives me a big hug before bounding off to her workshop. My heart skips a beat and a half before reality resumes, already in progress. With things winding down, there's just one last thing to take care of before I'm out the door. I seek out Gavin to handle the remains of the day. Ari, good work today. Thanks, boss, mid-boss, sub-boss? Gavin will do. Can't say you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high, so I'll just assume you were as close to perfect as is reasonable. The cost of cleaning a carpet won't be as bad thanks to your quick thinking. Normally I've dealt with angry parents myself, but I was distracted. I've only second-hand accounts of your performance there, but I'd have to say good work. Dealing with that situation by the driving games took skill. You got to the heart of the matter, right to the truth, even if she refused to see it. Pleased to say that the sale of Mr. Moopy's Magical Maze for a full $3,000 will indirectly offset quite a few of these costs. I'm glad you consulted me on that and stuck to your guns on the pricing. Even if I'd be happy to get rid of that relic entirely. Why it's still here is a good question. Was I not clear I wanted it gone? Percy didn't want to break up the family. They're machines, not people. He also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Yes, well, Naomi needs to learn to let go, I'd say. Ahem. Are you giving our poor little Arya a hard time, Gavin, dear? Miss Francine, I thought you were napping.
Let's be sensible.
Naomi's dreams matter too, as does the dream of Percy, that poor fellow. Poor? Isn't Percy stinking rich?
Everyone
Gavin,
has
I
a
know you mean
dream,
well.
as they say.
But wanting to keep everyone's dreams afloat, but sacrifices made in that name which shatter the dreams of others, well, that's not what the Funplex is all about. Ari, you understand, yes? The reason why am I here? That's the question she asked me during that interview. Now I think I understand. I came here today looking for hope. Hope I could do more with my life than compromise, settle for what I can get, and go with the flow. Everybody I've met today is full of hope, gamers chasing scores, people following their passions. Nobody here is willing to give up on their dreams. Not even you, Gavin. You know we're better than this, Gavin. We don't settle. We chase after our hopes and dreams and won't accept anything less. I see.
Apologies.
Ari, Miss Francine, I apologize. It's difficult to balance my idealism against my realism some days, but I know in my heart I need to err on the side of idealism, even if my mind screams in protest. I can assume you're still keen to work here, Ari? No. I don't even hesitate before replying. Absolutely. Gavin fetches a nearby stack of forms. Fill these out tonight, hand them in to me first thing in the morning, and welcome to the Funplex. Welcome to the family, I'd say. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine, Ari. And thus ends the first day. God damn it. One bus ride later and it's home again, jiggly jig. Juniper, already home from work, bounds over eagerly to interrogate me on my day. So, how'd it go? It went well. Well or well? Really well. You're a little accurate through despite being terrifyingly omniscient and just a little bit unnerving. You forgot to mention adorable. That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear things worked out, and you even came home with a smile like when you were a lifeguard. Huh, I guess I am smiling. Interesting.
By the way, there's just one teensy-weensy little question I have for you. Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
Did I neglect to mention that part of the terms and conditions? And plus, I don't know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. And that's level 1 of Arcade Spirits complete. Hey look, you won a prize! You get one of these for each level you clear, plus some extras for various endings and other hidden thingies. Now let's check your score. Looks like you're really hitting it off with Naomi. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and passionate soul. Also, you've scored 5,750 points. Nice, keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Today's pizza fact is Americans eat approximately 100 pizzas of Anchors each day, or 350 slices per second. Wow! Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 2? Save. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.